For you tonight at 11, he loved his home, but now he's scared to sleep there. Tonight, one Atlanta man is opening up about the terrifying turn he says his dream condo took.
That's right. So he says loud parties, higher fees, even threatening letters made things a whole lot worse, not just for him, but for other longtime residents as well. 11 Alive's Angelina Salcido live tonight from the landmark condominiums on Piedmont Avenue. So Angelina, residents said that they've taken their concerns all the way to the city council. What did they tell you tonight?
Yeah, you know, this man isn't the only one. Residents say that their building feels more like a hotel than it actually does a home. And that's why they're saying that this fight is just something that they cannot give up after they have allegedly received several threats over the last several months.
This leak coming in the corner.
Frustrated beyond belief.
Behind the leak. It's ridiculous.
George Weedman is one of several condo owners at Landmark Condominiums dealing with these conditions.
People in charge of the building do not really have the interests of the people who live in the building.
He and other residents say it's hard to bring guests over. HOA costs continue to rise, and Airbnbs are overwhelming those who own property.
They like to party, they like to get rowdy. They have fights in the parking lot.
In January,
the firewalls is where the folks who operate the Airbnb office.
You have 3 minutes.
Residents sounded the alarm about Airbnbs and went to city council after they say they saw no action to help.
Our HOA's treasurer told us to please not consider getting the state involved.
This is George's public comment April 29th.
When Ms. Bactriani was chewing out our property manager right to her face after last month's March 25th meeting, they sent the entire building an email implying legal threats against those speaking out against them to the media or the city.
A month later, he says he and other residents who raised concerns received these packets from a lawyer the property manager hired.
There were legal threats included along with death threats and gore photos.
But George says he isn't intimidated out of taking a stand because while the floors where the residents own their condos are hot and unkept, the floors where Airbnbs are cooler and clean.
Ultimately, no one should ever be sent something like this in any context whatsoever.
Now, ultimately, George and these other residents are basically asking for some regulations to be put in place here when it comes to Airbnbs operating inside of this residential tower. They're also hoping that the HOA board will change moving forward. So we have reached out to the HOA board. We've also reached out to the property owner and the city to try and get some responses to what these residents are saying and their asks as well moving forward. We have yet to hear back, but we'll be following up with them as well. We're live tonight in Atlanta. Angelina Salcido, 11 Alive News.
Angelina, thank you. By the way, the residents say they are now trying to raise some funds to get some help with the legal fees after receiving those packets in the mail.